Hi, this is Alicia with Secular Nerdy, and today I'm going to share what we'll be using for my oldest daughter's fourth grade year. This is for the 2016 and 2017 school year. We've already started, sorta. We've done a few lessons, but for math, we'll be using teaching textbooks. We're actually going to be finishing it up. I bought this a few months ago, and so we're not done with it yet. She's not a huge fan of teaching textbooks now. In the beginning, she loved it, but now she's like, ugh, math. I don't know if that's really the curriculum or just she's got to that point where she just doesn't really enjoy math. We are going to finish up the program. It's a computer program, so it comes with the discs. It auto grades, and the disc is in her laptop right now. But this is, you can get this, pay extra for it. It's just a workbook. All the problems that are on the computer program are in this book. Even the explanations on how to work certain problems out is in this book. And this is mainly for, say, the laptop's dead, but I want her to still work on her math. She can use this. Or, she needs to work something out on paper. Instead of having to copy the problems down, it's already copied down here, and then she can just get to work and solving it. So we're going to be finishing teaching textbooks this year. That's Math 3. And if you watched my previous video, my review of Pandya Press's ancient history program, you will know that not just I, we are a huge fan of Pandya Press. So we'll be continuing into Middle Ages. Sorry there's a glare from the lights, but I got the ebook and I printed it out. I get the ebooks just because I do have a younger daughter, and with ebooks I like to have the option to go back and reprint it out. We're doing Middle Ages, which we've already started the first lesson, and it was fun. And I think this year is going to be a fun year because, they learn about kings and castles and knights and things from Disney movies. But on here, going through this curriculum, they're going to be learning how things actually happened, the actual history. So that's going to be fun. And then we finished up the Biology 1 first level with Pandya Press. So we've moved into the Real Science Odyssey Earth and Space level 1. We haven't started this yet just because I am waiting for the curriculum kit. I ordered it through Home Science Tools. It has some of the harder to find items. You don't have to order anything from Home Science Tools or any kit or anything to go with it. You can just piece everything together yourself. I just chose to go ahead and get the kit. That way I didn't have to do that. So the first lab requires a science thermometer, and all I have are digital thermometers. So I'm going to wait for that kit to come, and then we'll be starting that. And we're really excited about it. This year for art, I picked up this book at Half Price Books. And it's the How to Teach Art to Children. And I flipped through and I really liked it because it teaches all the different concepts of, lines, shapes, colors, all that. How to draw a prism, contrasting colors, how to plan a plaid, all those different things. So it has step-by-steps for you to explain to your child how to do it. And it has material list. And then occasionally there's some more worksheets you can copy so they can, use those. I also got, now this is not secular. When I first flipped through it, I hadn't seen any mentions of religion. And then I was filming a video earlier. I was trying to film this video, and my phone kept ringing, so I'm refilming. But I flipped through, and on Mother's Day art project, it said, God may bless you, or something like that. So it's not completely secular. It's not overtly religious, but, It's, art with a purpose. This isn't something that I'm really going to use a lot, probably. I mean, there's different projects on different pages. Like, all the pages set up. It has the instructions and then little thing. It tells you, how to draw step by step. Or there were different ones of how to shade and do things with poetry. So, um, this is more like filler, or she sees something in here she wants to do. I don't really plan on using this one a whole lot. And then typically in the curriculum world, anytime you see any like art, history, science, whatever with a purpose, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something religious. So, when I first flipped through, I didn't see anything, but then I saw that little phrasing on the poem. So it does have some in it. For some people, that's okay. Other people, I know that's a breaking point. They're not going to do that. And it's just up to what each family is comfortable with. We're going to be doing some formal instruction in Spanish this year. My daughters have daily exposure to Spanish. My husband is from Mexico, and Spanish is his second language, which is his mostly used language in the United States. I mean, he speaks English to us and to others who need, who don't speak Spanish, whatever. But like, they're involved in the Hispanic community. Like, he goes to a Spanish-speaking church. He plays on a Hispanic Spanish-speaking soccer team, and my kids go to those events with him. At home, we listen to music, Spanish music, like Spanish-speaking music, not music from Spain necessarily. Anyway, and we watch movies in Spanish and things like that. So they get a lot of Spanish exposure, but nothing formal. They don't read or write Spanish. So I picked up this. It's Spanish in 10 minutes a day. It comes with, there's like a little like worksheet you do. It has flashcards. It has stickers that you can put on different objects with a Spanish word on it. So that just reinforces the different words to them. So we're going to start this. It comes with a CD-ROM as well, but it's more for like the younger crowd, I think, where it's like matching games of things for like colors and numbers and such. So that was fun for them to play around with, but it's more just a like little activity thing. And then also, I picked up this book from Half Price Books. It's the Interdisciplinary Thematic Unit, World Religions. It covers, well, here's what it looks like. There's a lot of glare. I got a lot of glare going on it. It covers like a lot of the big religions and such, like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Taoism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Hinduism. And I've really flipped through this and I've read different chapters. And it is taught from a secular worldview. And it goes over like the timelines of major events that's happened in each religion, the origin story of each religion, and just important facts, holidays. I know one part it breaks down like how important a Hindu temple is. So I just thought, because we live in the United States, and the loudest, most dominant religion is Christianity. They see Christianity everywhere. It's movies, TV, everything. People they get a lot of exposure about Christianity, and then watching the news or seeing things online, Islam is like really demonized in these interactions, and I don't want them to get this negative view, because 9 times out of 10, what these people are saying about Islam is not true. It's like, I don't want them to, get this secondary byproduct of xenophobia and xenophobic people and racist or whatever. I think that's the norm. So I want them to learn what these different religions actually teach. That way they'll have a greater understanding of different people, different cultures. And, when they hear those types of things online or in the news or whatever, they'll be like, hey, that's wrong. That's not actually what these people believe. So for me, I think that's important. Even though, I am raising them secularly. This is mostly a secular household. Besides, my husband, he has his church, but mainly our house is a secular household. So I'm just wanting to teach them what different people believe and how that fits into the world. That way they'll come to this, greater conversation, and they will be in a better position than, many others. Like, they will have more of an understanding. So that's just my thought process behind that. That's why I went ahead. We're going to do world religions. I also have a book. It's a children's book about world religions by Usborne Books. But this, has the worksheets and different things. So I picked that up. This year we're going to be doing cursive. Whether or not, I remember when I was in school, we were taught cursive in 3rd or 4th grade. I think maybe it was 2nd grade. But we started early with cursive. Then we were required to use cursive until 6th grade. And then when I got to 6th grade, they were like, oh no, you don't have to write in cursive anymore. And I left cursive behind. So for me, having her write in cursive all the time or whatever, that's not my end goal. My end goal is just for her to learn what cursive looks like and be able to read things that are in cursive. Like, a lot of our historical documents are in cursive. So I think it's at least a little bit, but it's important for her to at least be able to read it. That's my end goal. Be able to, be able to read the Declaration of Independence. Things like that. So we're finishing up this Kickstart cursive. We're using Handwriting Without Tears. Once we finish this, we will move on to Cursive Success. Handwriting Without Tears, it's a decent program, at least for handwriting, I think. I do have the teacher's guide with this, but that's just because I picked these up at half-price books for super cheap as a bundle. So we are going to do cursive. She gets keyboarding playing online, playing on different websites. There's different games. So she's getting that aspect, which I do think keyboarding is really important because, everything is online now. Everything's computer-based, so she needs to be able to type well. But I'm not, hardcore going on that because she will pick it up. Just because we do use it every day, she's going to get practice. And then for language arts, we have a big old stack here of things. Last year, I got the Arrow. It's by Brave Writer. It's their Arrow book study. So I got all the units for that. And we didn't really use them last year. It wasn't because I didn't like the program or anything like that. It's not the program's fault. It's just we didn't get to it. We were doing other things. So we're going to use that in conjunction with moving beyond the page. We'll switch back and forth. And I know some people are like, whoa, those are different styles. We are more like eclectic homeschoolers. We can adapt different styles and such. So yeah, we got the Arrow. I printed everything out. They're all, ebooks here. And so we'll go through those and find different ones that we want to use. At first one I showed you, that's James and the Giant Peach, and I do plan on using that one. So then we're also doing Moving Beyond the Page. It's ages 8 through 10. I am not using the science and social studies part of it just because we have a strong science and social studies, English is hard, science and social studies curriculum, history curriculum. So we already have those, so I think that would be a little overkill. Not to mention that at one point they study Native Americans in this. And I'm not a big fan of the social studies part where it teaches about Native Americans just because some of the activities border on or are cultural appropriation. I'm not comfortable with that at all. If I get on this subject, it's going to be very long, and I'm going to be, probably have people, refusing to watch me because let's just say whitewashing and cultural genocide is a major issue for the Native population. If you want to learn more and you want to see present day matters, look into what's happening in North Dakota with the Dakota Access oil pipeline. That's all I'm going to say about that at the moment. But that's why I'm not comfortable really using those. Now, their language arts stuff I like. It's right now we're working through The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which when I was younger was one of my favorite books. So we'll use some of the language arts books, or maybe most of them, depending on what we use with the arrow as well. Um, and I really do like their language arts part of it. I do have the science and social studies books because I picked them up in a curriculum resale group. I got it fairly cheap, so I have the whole set. I actually have them. They're right there. Yeah, right there on this wedge there. I have all the books sitting there. And I continue with language arts. We have, I picked up this book. I got a half price books again. Half price books is awesome when it comes to picking up educational materials. At least ours are. I mean, I've been to several. We have several in our area, and I've gone to different ones, and I've gotten tons of stuff. So I got this book. It's called Super Grammar, and it teaches different parts of grammar through comics. And I mean, my channel's name is Secular and Nerdy, so this is right up our alley. And the kid, my oldest, like, she's read through some of it and she likes it. We'll be using, and sometimes, like, this is something we can go and work on occasionally. It's not meant for daily or even weekly use. It's the All About Homophones. It's grades 1st through 8th. It does break it down to grade level. Like, 1st grade, they're learning the difference between 2 and 2. And 8th grade's learning, the difference between, like, censor and compliment and compliment. It has, like, a little worksheet you go through, fill in the blank, which one belongs in which usage. Then in the back, it has, like, card games and crossword puzzles and such. I have the Brave Writer Partnership Writing. I don't, the Move Beyond the Page has a lot of writing elements to it, and we'll do that. But I also kind of plan on using this because there's a lot of elements I really like. Like, we're really enjoying poetry tea time right now, which has mainly become poetry snack time. I love tea, my kids like tea, but they're more like, sometimes they just want to grab a pop or some juice or whatever. So, and they don't want to have a fancy tea time. I think my oldest is kind of like, tea time. Like, that's for babies. She's growing up, and that bothers me a little. Anywho, it is fun. We get arranged different poetry, sit and read, and, things from, like, Robert Frost to Shel Silverstein, or, things that they write, or limericks. And that's a lot of fun. And then there's just a lot of elements of this program I like. We haven't gotten into it deeply yet, but we plan on trying to work through most of it. I got it as an ebook. I typically, if I have the option to get something as an ebook, I'm going to get it as an ebook just because I do have another kid, and that makes things easier. That way, oh no, I might have misplaced this book, now I'm out, $20 whatever dollars. And instead, I have it on my USB and it's backed up into the cloud. So I'll have copies of it. I've got 2 kids, so just imagine the savings there'll be for someone who has more than that. Like, I'm saving, a couple, $20, $30 each subject each year when I reuse it with my youngest. But if I was someone who had 5 kids, like, look at the savings I would have over their lifetime. So I'm a huge fan of ebooks. Now, I do like to print them out, that way I can hold them, so some people just, like, they can do it on their pad, or, like, iPad, or whatever, that's fine. but I like to hold it, but I also like to be cheap and get it as an ebook. There's a couple other little things I got here. These were given to us. I don't know if this is something we're really going to use. Maybe occasionally. The first two books are the language skills, writing and action. It's level C and D. It's used by K through 12. And they're decent workbooks. I don't know if we'll get around to using them. They were given to us. And then also this grades 3 for 4 language arts workbook. And it goes over the writing process, different types of verbs and nouns and types of sentences and such. So we may do a couple pages out of this occasionally. I really don't know if we actually will. It was just something that was given to us. And then for music, we may, we listen to a lot of music. I have an ebook. I haven't printed it out yet. That goes over some of the great composers. And then hopefully she'll be learning the bass guitar this year. We just got to see if that's going to work into things. So, I know a lot of you are probably like, whoa, that's a lot of stuff. And not all this will be done daily, and some of it won't even be done weekly. Maybe, bi-weekly, monthly, or whatever. So, if you have any questions or anything about what we're using, or just any questions in general, leave them down below. I will try to get back to you pretty quickly, but we are homeschoolers, so that may take me a few days, maybe. So if you have like a burning question, you can always message me. And we are on Facebook as well at Secular and Nerdy, so you can always message me through Facebook or even through here through YouTube. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you have a great homeschool year. Thanks. Bye.